In the 7th century, the Byzantine Emperor Heraclius was in Jerusalem when reports reached him about a man in Arabia who claimed to be a prophet. This was not a small rumor. It was spreading across tribes and trade routes. Instead of dismissing it, Heraclius chose to investigate carefully. At that same time, a trade caravan from Mecca was present in the region of Sham. Among them was Abu Sufyan, who was still a firm opponent of Muhammad. Heraclius ordered that the caravan be brought before him. Inside the royal court, surrounded by bishops, generals, and nobles, Heraclius asked, "Who among you is most closely related to the man who claims to be a prophet?" Abu Sufyan stepped forward. Heraclius placed him in front and ordered the others to stand behind him. He instructed them that if Abu Sufyan lied, they should immediately correct him. Abu Sufyan later admitted that if he had not feared being exposed by his own companions, he would have spoken against Muhammad. But in that moment, he told the truth. Heraclius began asking direct and careful questions. He asked about Muhammad's family background. Abu Sufyan replied that he came from a noble lineage. He asked if anyone before him had made a similar claim. The answer was no. He asked whether any of his ancestors had been kings. Again, the answer was no. He asked whether the wealthy or the poor followed him. Abu Sufyan said that most of his followers were poor. He asked whether his followers were increasing or decreasing. They were increasing. He asked whether anyone who embraced his religion later abandoned it out of dissatisfaction. Abu Sufyan said no. He asked whether Muhammad had ever been accused of lying before claiming prophethood. Abu Sufyan answered firmly that he had not. He asked whether he betrayed his promises. Abu Sufyan replied that he did not. Finally, Heraclius asked what Muhammad taught. Abu Sufyan said that he commanded people to worship Allah alone, to abandon idols, to pray, to speak the truth, to remain chaste, and to maintain family ties. After listening to every answer, Heraclius explained his reasoning. He said that true messengers are usually born among noble families. If Muhammad had been known as a liar before, his claim would be doubtful, but he had never lied. If he were seeking political power, he would have descended from kings, but he did not. The poor often follow prophets first, and genuine faith grows steadily. And when true belief settles in the heart, people do not abandon it easily. Then Heraclius made a statement that silenced the court. He said that if what Abu Sufyan had described was true, then Muhammad would soon control the land beneath his feet. He admitted that he knew a prophet was expected to appear, though he did not realize he would come from among the Arabs. He even said that if he were able to meet him, he would go personally and show him the highest respect. The letter sent by Muhammad was then read aloud. It invited Heraclius to accept Islam and called upon the people of the scripture to worship Allah alone without associating partners with him. The court reacted with noise and tension. Later, in his palace at Homs, Heraclius gathered the leaders of Byzantium and had the doors closed. He addressed them and suggested that they follow this prophet if they desired success and the continuation of their empire. There was panic. The nobles rushed toward the doors in anger. Seeing their reaction, Heraclius realized they would not accept such a change. He withdrew his suggestion and reassured them, preserving his authority. Abu Sufyan later reflected on that encounter. He told his companions that the message of Muhammad had reached even the ruler of Byzantium, and from that day he felt certain that Muhammad would ultimately prevail. Years later, Abu Sufyan himself embraced Islam. This meeting remains one of the most striking moments in early Islamic history. A powerful emperor examined the claims of the prophet with seriousness and acknowledged the signs, yet stopped short of accepting them publicly.